What's going on there, everybody? Hope you guys are having a great one. And the new gameplay trailer for Elena has come through, and she looks fantastic. It's about an 8-minute video. We are going to go through that. And of course, we know that this is the Street Fighter 6 version of Elena. She is a little bit older, and we are going to check it out along with a little bit of her history and see what is going on with her new moveset in the Street Fighter 6 engine. So let's take a look. Okay, so to initially start everything off, the first thing that we're going to see here is Elena's new outfit. You know, she's got some great pants on and everything that allows her to access her dance, capoeira, and movement a little bit easy. She has some sandals on, a tube top with a scarf around the front, and then she has bangles, and her hair is a little bit longer now. The background that she has is going to be called Renalia Remains. Renalia Remains. And it's really beautiful. And of course, there's a big emphasis on the eclipse in the background there. So, I have this one hair that just won't give up. Okay. So, Elena's going to be coming through on everything on June 5th. And when I say everything, I mean PlayStation, Xbox, PC, and now on Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 is also being released on June 5th. There is an Ultimate DLC package for Street Fighter that will go live on June 5th. When Nintendo goes live, we also all go live. So it's all very tuned together there. Now, Elena is a Kenyan tribal princess. She came through in Street Fighter 3, the new generation, in 1997. And she was in Street Fighter Cross Tekken and transitioned into Street Fighter 4. She loves nature. She uses capoeira, acrobatics, dance, and she's a very strong mid-range character. Her father was a doctor and a chief, and the chief of their tribe. She used to travel with her father and her brother all over the world and went to a bunch of different schools and learned many different things across the world. She had a Japanese school uniform in Street Fighter Second Impact, and in Third Strike, she had a white sleeveless shirt with red pants. She is considered a young, cheerful, and smart person. She was created by Aikman after the Japanese idol Yuki Uecha, who was a pop singer and an actress and a model. She's friends with Makoto, Ryu, Ibuki, Hugo, Sakura, and DJ. And she now in Street Fighter 6, what her canon is supposed to be ideally is she is supposed to have matches against Lily, and she still has the ability to sense and feel evil. For the season 2 that Elena is in, she is the counterpoint to Bison. So Bison came through early, and he's, his mind has been wiped a little bit there, but he's supposed to be darkness and death. Then we had SNK crossover characters, Terry and Mai. And then Elena came through representing life and goodness, right? So, so she's the counterpoint to Bison, which is very, very interesting there. She has a lot of single damage, very plus damage combos. She has target combos and a variety of specials. She has great corner carry and range, and very offensive, and an option for a defensive zoning play, outranging, that is in the mid-range. She has a fantastic Oki. She will need to spend her EXOD to enhance that, but that's everybody, right? And she, is going to be a lot of fun in that sense. So let's take a look here and see what she has. What's up there? How are you guys? What's going on? So here we go. So the first thing it says right away is, Elena is a technical character who controls the beat of battle with her numerous kicks and an array of unpredictable special moves that keep her opponent on their toes. So that is either one of her taunts or it is an idle stance. So, with a wealth of target combos and special moves that chain into other moves, Elena has the attack options to deal with any situation. If that is her medium kick, it goes very far. That's fantastic. She has a number of highly damaging moves against standing opponents, so you'll want to make use of her overhead and long reach to force enemies to stop crouching. Look how far she goes. Wow. See, now the question then is going to be, what is her startup on that? And if you spend the bars on OD, will she be invincible in startup? Rhino Horn. So this is her first special that they are going over with us. A series of quick forward moving kicks, effective at sending the opponent flying back into the corner. This is a really good song. This move cannot hit crouching opponents, but deals powerful damage. It's great for launching enemies into the air or as part of a combo when you can be sure they will be standing. So if someone is crouching, it will whiff and they will get big damage. So this is a either a strong read or you have to combo into it. Yeah. Bam. Recovery frames right there. That's Akuma going, this is a big opportunity to get some damage. So you have to be careful with that. And they just showcased you can combo into it. So that's good. The stronger the kick, the further forward you jump. The light version is easy to integrate into combos, so I recommend practicing with that one first. If you corner the opponent, try using Scratch Wheel. So now they're showcasing the different strengths of the Rhino Horn. And right there, that showcased her walking back speed. So it seems to me that she's going to have a lot of options, that she is going to have a very good neutral range with her long limbs, right? But where they ended up taking away was her walking speed. So that is the key right there. So now that was the combo using Rhino Horn into Scratch Wheel. Now, this is very important. So there was a reference in here back to DJ. And DJ has a air juggle that you can hit jackknife. You can hit medium jackknife up kick, and then you can do OD jackknife EX as long as you are close enough to the wall. Now, you used to be able to get it all the time, but then they adjusted it. So it is now wall specific, but you can still get the initial jackknife. But to get Scratch Wheel follow up, you need the wall there. That's why they say if you corner the opponent, try using Scratch Wheel. Okay, the Overdrive EX version activates faster and hits more times. This gives you a wealth of combo options, so try chaining moves off of it. Oh, very nice. She has cross up there, yeah. You know what? And for me, that is a really nice cancel window, because sometimes the cancel windows are very small and it's hard to work with that. But that right there after Rhino Horn, that's a large cancel window, so that's good to work with. Scratch Wheel. A powerful rising kick, it is invincible against jumping attacks, making it useful as an anti-air attack. The light and medium versions strike fast, so are good for a quick anti-air. The heavy version is powerful and has reach, so use it on airborne opponents who are farther away. Now notice, okay? They said it's a good anti-air. It's a good anti-air depending on the version and situation that you use it for. So that's why the sentence is starting off in the second screen. The light and medium versions strike fast. So it's good for quick anti-air. Really what it is the light and medium versions have a little less damage, and that's why the startup frames and they're quicker, right? And they're lower to the ground. But the heavy version, she will go up higher into the air and she's vulnerable, and if you don't time it just right, she's going to get trades. So that's why you need to practice your confirm with that. So ideally, if Akuma was jumping, you would want him to be starting his arch right here, and then you start doing the scratch wheel. So as soon as he comes past the apex right there, that's when you're going to pop him. You're going to hit him right there. The other ones are more forgiving, is what they're saying, right? So he can be coming down right around here, and then you can access it, and there's a really good chance you'll get it. And if you get OD, I'm sure it'll be safe. Elena time, yeah. I think they will. I think they'll put Balrog in 6. I really do. I really do. I think that it's mostly. I think they're waiting. I think that Balrog and Ed are going to team up together, to be honest, and continue a story together. That's what I think will happen, but I hope they bring Claw back. I hope Vega makes it through too. You know, that'd be awesome. Okay. Here is the ODEX version. The Overdrive version makes you invincible as you rise into the air, but be careful, if you miss the attack, you will be wide open. So, she has invincibility frames on startup for the 2-bar expenditure of accessing Overdrive Scratch Wheel. Okay? It'll also give her more damage. Now, any of these, if you miss any of them, you're going to be wide open. But EX or OD is especially good because you're spending on it, right? So yeah, you know, when you're thinking about this, you can also think of an OD Shoryuken or an OD Cannon Spike, right? It's generally, you know, it's generally the same. Yeah. So you saw Akuma then, he went for the Adamant Flame. She caught the startup, reset the neutral. That was really good. So this right here says Elena has a reversal. And that's a good reset the neutral, keep away tool. Knocks them away. Lynx song. I think that's another taunt. A spinning rush forward that can be followed up by one of 4 different techniques. This skill allows you to chain in a variety of follow-up attacks. In addition, you can close the gap between you and your opponent, and you are invincible to projectiles while you are spinning. The punch strength determines its distance. Now, this is very interesting. So, this kind of reminds me of DJ Sway. But DJ Sway. However, the Sway you can control by, you know, your actual movement. It is not dependent on what button you push. It is also invincible to projectiles. So this is very neat. This is very neat here. That's a short. Yeah, that's the medium. The first follow-up attack option is the Leopard Snap. It has a far reach and strikes quickly. It's great for getting hit from far away. The next is Harvest Circle. It hits the opponent up in the air, so it provides a good opportunity to combo. You'll maintain your invincibility to projectiles from Lynx Song until the attack hits. Oh, I like to see G. Makoto. I bet Makoto will make her way. She's very popular. She's very, very popular. She has a big fan following, and she did fantastically in Third Strike there. She held her own in Street Fighter 4. I think Viper will make it too. I think Viper will make it in. She's you know, and then she'll be technical. She'll be a technical character. G. Yeah, he is cool. I remember when he would, you know, do his snapping of the fingers and everything. They did a good job with G. Yeah. Harvest Circle hits the opponent. Good, she knows here. Up in the air, so it provides a good opportunity to combo. You'll maintain your invincibility to projectiles from Lynx Song until the attack hits. That's something. The third follow-up attack is Mallet Smash. See, now we're gonna read this and then I'm gonna tell you what I think real quick. It's an overhead attack, so it's great for getting past opponent's guards. While in the air, you can also dodge throws and low attacks. Okay. Oh, fourth move. The fourth move is Lynx Whirl. This is extra important. The added momentum from it will make attacks performed... Dang. Wait. The added momentum from it will make the attacks performed out of it hit harder and more times. Let's go over that now. Let's watch this a couple of times first, though. Huh. The leopard snap out of Lynx Whirl gives you the ability to move immediately, even if the attack was blocked. She's plus. So if you can stay on the offense no matter how the attack lands. So Harvest Circle after Lynx Whirl gives you more time to perform a follow-up attack on hit, which really opens up your options for combos. Ooh. When you use Mallet Smash after Lynx Whirl, you jump up faster, making it easier to dodge attacks. Also, you'll be able to keep attacking whether Mallet Smash hits or is blocked. Ooh. Yeah, throw. ODEX, you'll have all the benefits of Lynx Whirl from the start, as well as quickly become invincible to projectiles. Okay, now what makes that very interesting, and this is, I think this is the reason why she's a technical character, is because of that set right there. So, in those moves, you are committing to those moves. And once you commit to them, then she is locked into propelling herself forward. And then at that point, that's it. You're done. Because you are deciding, well, we'll have to see. You're deciding what range with what button you activate it with. And then you're deciding what your action is when she gets there. So, but still, it is technical and it is risky. So you have to use that with a lot of caution. And this is the reason why I'm saying it. If you're not playing against a projectile player, you're going to have to use it as, I would think, a surprise. Because the key with that is somebody's throwing out a projectile. They are in the recovery of the projectile leaving their hands, or just the projectile leaving, right? And then you are catching their recovery frames. You are catching their cooldown, right? Or maybe somebody does something very risky on the other side of the screen, and then you can go in and capitalize, you know, close the gap and capitalize that way. I mean, I'm sure there's times you can do it also as a surprise. But the safest would be on a projectile character, right? So this would be great against Guile, you know. But you have to be very quick to get over there. But yeah, absolutely. A series of spinning kicks, the second of which you can transition into another technique on hit. Closing combos with this allows you to continue your offense or aim for follow-up attacks for the spinning Scythe. Spinning Scythe has one trait I want you to remember. You're much more likely to successfully combo when canceling from a normal into the special using the same button. That's interesting. Okay. Don't forget that you will also have a chance to follow up with an attack after the heavy version. Very nice. You can also transition into Lynx Whirl after the second hit of the spinning Scythe, so there are plenty of options to make a strong combo with it. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Okay, that's unbelievable there. That's fantastic. Overdrive. You can perform the attack faster than normal and can hit crouched opponents. You can also perform follow-ups if this attack lands. Oh. Moon Glider. A technique that steps back before performing a vertical spin kick. Allows you to avoid attacks, then blow away opponents with the follow-up. This move keeps you safe from counterattacks if it is blocked, so don't worry about canceling into it. You'll have a longer than normal to follow up, so you can have time to decide if you want to keep pressuring. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh. Very nice. EX Overdrive version. The Overdrive version has a great balance between speed and reach. It also hits more times than usual, so use it to gain the edge on the opponent. Oh! Okay, so this is the classic outfit for Elena here, and we did see this in Street Fighter 3 New Generation in 1997. So they brought this back as a DLC, classic DLC outfit, and you can see, you know, she's got her bikini on and her bands. She's got her armband bracelets and her necklace and different knee bracelets there. She looks just very pretty. Very pretty. Earrings. So the irony of all this is we have Elena and Akuma in the first half of the video, right? And it's canon now that they're buddies with each other. the irony is that for the second half of the video, they're showing her in her initial outfit, right? And this is her classic original look. But the person she's playing against is Ryu, and Ryu's the protagonist of the game. And it's technically, you could say, this is young Elena versus young Ryu. And this is the classic DLC option for that costume for him. So, I don't know if that is just irony, because they're trying to say, okay, this is young Elena, so we'll put her against a young, version of a Shoto, and, here's Ryu, and, he's protagonist. Or are they saying this might be something that's to come for Ryu, because, we all know he's fought off the Setsui no Hodo, but it's still there. So are they trying to hint at something? There could be something being hinted a little bit just right here on the screen, but maybe not. I mean, I'm just sort of guessing. So we're looking at Meteor Volley. Leap diagonally into the air with a series of powerful rising kicks. It's invincible against jumping attacks and allows for follow-ups on hit. So, I think that's one of her taunts too. Okay, so if you land the hit, you can follow up with Scratch Wheel. You'll also be invincible to air attacks while performing this move, so it can come in handy against aerial enemies. But remember, you can still be hit by attacks on the ground. So what they're saying is level 1 is a fantastic anti-air. However, for ground-based game, she's vulnerable to getting hit. If you land the confirm as an anti-air, you can follow up with another Scratch Wheel, okay, which is basically your uppercut. So that's one level. You build up your level, you get Meteor Volley, somebody jumps in, you anti-air them, you can time a Scratch Wheel follow-up after that. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty good. Revival Dance, this is her level 2. Launch forward with a leaping attack followed by a wild flurry of kicks. After landing the first hit, hold down during the attack to restore vitality. This move has long reach and is invincible to all attacks. So it's great as both a follow-up attack when you hit your opponent far away, or when they're flinging projectiles at you from a distance. Now, this is invincible on startup. This is 2 levels, and it reminds me of Mai's level 2, where she is invincible on startup, and she can project herself forward across the ground, and she can project herself forward if she is in the air. And it is her Shinobi Bocce level 2 that she can do this with. And it gets very good damage. It's invincible on startup. But on the ground or in the air, It's one option. Elena has two options. She can either start the move, right? She can get the activation, and then she can either A, get the damage as an additional damage, or B, she can decide to heal herself. Okay, so then that are the two options that you have with her. That's something. Okay, so that is the damage version. If you input down after you land the move, you'll recover some health. You'll deal less damage, however, so only use it when you need to. So they're saying as soon as she gets the first hit into her movie reel, right? You start hitting down, and then she will transition to healing herself instead, which is very cool. Very cool there. Oh man, thanks. That's right, you can't. No. And the thing is, you are spending for it. You're spending for it now. So it's two levels. It's 2 levels to get there. And when you look at the amount that is healed, it's not aggressive. It's not, oh my God, it's a third, right? It's maybe, I want to say 15%. Let's go back. Okay, so we can see it right here. So she is at maybe 20%. And this is what she has, right? Now, the key is that she also aggressively heals her drive gauge. Let's watch her levels. Okay, levels don't move. No, her drive gauge stays a little bit the same. It's just it doesn't aggressively move. So yeah, so it is her health bar that aggressively moves, not her levels or her drive gauge. So she is right almost to the end of this brick right here. So let's really watch. Okay. So she's almost to the end of 3. And she makes it to, she's almost to here, and she makes it to here. How much would this be? 10%? Maybe that's 10-15%. I think it's about 10-15, maybe 15%. I'd say it's 15%, I think. That's not insane. You know, that's not insane. I think it's fair. Actually, you know what? I'm curious now to see. Okay, so then Ryu would have lost this much health. So off of a level 2, he maybe lost 30% on, maybe less, 25%, 30% on a healing option. Now, if she doesn't do that, well, I want to see what the damage is to compare it. No, they don't show. Okay. They didn't show what the damage would be with the other one. So if this is max for healing, maybe without healing, it's about here. It might be. And then her level 3 might be about here. Huh. That's interesting. Well, we'll know soon enough. June 3rd or June 5th is coming through, so. Song of the Grasslands. Launch the opponent into the air, then deliver a series of nature-powered kicks. It has invincibility at the beginning, making it useful as an anti-air or as way to turn the tables on your opponent. Very nice. Oh. Really well done. Really well done. She looks great. Very good. Very good. That's a great level 3. Great critical art there. She looks great. Her animation's great. The graphics. She looks really good. You know, they even put gravity in her hair to bring it down forward a little bit. She looks really good. She doesn't want to squash the flowers. She just healed herself with, oh my god, get ready. Get ready, everybody. Yeah, she looks good. She looks good. It'll be interesting to see her storyline and play through with that. I think that I'm going to be curious to see who is going to use her. And if Fudo was using DJ, I'm going to be wondering if he's going to pick Elena also. We'll have to see. I'm really going to be curious to see who's going to be picking her up. I'm going to try her. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try her and see. She looks good. What are you guys' thoughts? Anybody have any thoughts there on Elena? Oh. Street Fighter 4. Yeah. Yeah, they're buddies. I'm going to give her a try. Yeah, why not? She's fun, right? She's a lot of fun, so. Yeah, she'll be good. She'll be good. I'm excited for her. Yeah, she does have a lot of tech. Yeah, the whole Lynx options, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be very interesting and something that's going to take a little time to get used to. Yeah, and get a little time to get used to playing against, right? Yeah. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. They did a good job with her. They did a very good job with her. Anon. We'll grab her and roll her into a modeling event with the red carpet. Yeah, that's actually, you know what? That's true. Let's see here. I think Elena is 5'10". She's 6 feet tall. And Manon is 5'9". That is something. That is something. Who would have thought? I'll never forget. I used to watch some of these modeling TV shows from a couple of years ago, and one of them was like America's Top Model, and then there was another one. I think Janice Dickinson had one, and there were a couple of different shows. And I remember this one girl saying that she was, you know, a top model. And she was saying it was hard for her to find different jobs because of how tall she was. She was like too tall, which is rare, you know. It's more rare, but yeah, she was too tall. The preferred height, I think, was 5'10", 5'11". They wanted the girls to be 5'10", 5'11". She was taller, but you know, but then she was still successful, you know. Good for her. Good for her. Oh my goodness, I don't know about that. I thought I did too. I did. Actually, you know what? Let's see how tall Marisa is. That's the question right there. Is how tall is Marisa? She's pretty tall. I think they purposely made her the biggest lady. Is she 6 foot tall also? No, wait a minute here. No, she's not. She is 6'8". Marisa is 6'8", topping Elena at 6 feet. She's also the heaviest female character at 269 pounds, topping Laura at 159. That is something. That is something. Wow. Well, you got to realize, I mean, she's pretty built up, so that makes sense. That does make sense for her. She's pretty, you know, built, so muscle weighs a lot. I wouldn't be surprised if Akuma was pushing 300. He's broad. You know what I mean? Everywhere. He's like a tank. He made Marisa strong. Oh, I don't know. Let me take a look. Let me see. Sometimes, you know, people require that. It's a specialty to be that tall or a certain body type, right? And people request that. Huh. Oh, she is 6'3". Good for her. Oh, she was in a whole bunch of different things. Yeah. There's another really tall actress. She was in a bunch of movies in the 80s, and she was in Kill Bill. I mean, besides Uma Thurman. Uma's pretty tall too, but this lady, she was tall. I don't remember her name. It was Daryl Hannah. Yeah, Daryl Hannah was pretty tall too. Yeah. He doesn't look it. Yeah, Kuma's a big guy. Well, I think there's a lot of good stuff to look forward to here with Elena. So awesome stuff there. Very exciting things happening with Elena and upcoming for Street Fighter 6. She's going to be playable on June 5th, and that is very, very, very soon. Now, we know at Combo Breaker, they are going to be releasing gameplay for Fa Kuman Ramen of Tekken 8. So he's going to be coming through in a couple of days with more information, gameplay information for him. And that's a lot of really good news. That's a lot of good stuff there. A mix-up character. Yeah, I think so. Hey there, how are you? What's going on? Lucky Chloe. Yeah, that would be interesting to see her come back. She was an addition into Tekken 7. Yeah, actually, Fa Kumramran was also a Tekken 7 character. Yeah. Yeah, Josie, Katarina, Claudio. They brought a lot of characters into Tekken 7. Akuma, Noctis, and Negan. Yeah, a lot of characters. Yeah, her fighting styl's good. Yeah, it's like a dancey capoeira, like a pop girl capoeira. Yeah. As Cena for Tekken 8. They may bring him back. I actually looked up how they brought him into Tekken 7, and it was a really interesting story. So, the company had gotten a license years ago with a comic book company that was making the comics for what is that show called? The Living Dead, The Grateful Dead? It's not The Grateful Dead, that's a band. The Dead? The Walking Dead. That's it. Yeah, The Walking Dead. So they had license to do some sort of comic crossover, right? Because they're also doing cards and comics and everything, and they had a collaboration. Well, they accessed the paperwork, I think, from that collaboration, and then they worked into it, getting him to come over years later, way before they even hired him to act or even created the TV show. That's how far in the future that they did this. Yeah. And having Akuma come through was very, very interesting. I really enjoyed seeing him in Tekken 7. I mean, and the funny thing is, Tekken 7 graphics were, they were very good. They were very, very good. Tekken 8 graphics are just insane, but that's also because everything has gotten better. The core of all of these games has gotten better over time, right? So everything has just advanced so much that now all of these games just look unbelievable. They're really good. Yeah, that's serious planning there. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Yeah. Lore videos, my lore explanations are top tier. Well, you know what? So here's the issue with it. I should call it lore explained by Kate, because the problem is I'm always afraid I can't find the information just right. You know what I mean? I'm always afraid, and I know that there are sometimes little loopholes or things in what I'm saying. And then I'm always nervous if I put it out that someone's going to go, no, that's not exactly how, it happened. And I go, oh man, I did all this research. And then, sometimes there's holes in it, right? So that's always been something I've been a little nervous about. But when they do character videos and things like that, I like to find the general history and how it came about. And that you can't mess up too much, right? So like, oh, okay. That works. But yeah, but I like looking into it and everything. I don't remember why I researched The Walking Dead so much for Tekken 7. There was a reason for it, and I remember looking it up and going, oh, wow, it was very surprising. I also looked up the reason why Injustice was getting, or Battletoads. That was it. No, Killer Instinct did. There was some crossover with the Ninja Turtles. And I want to say, I thought it was Injustice had a crossover with the Ninja Turtles, and then Killer Instinct had a crossover with Battletoads. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I should look into. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Battletoads. Yeah. Disclaimer, hey, if you find something incorrect, let me know in the comments. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You're like, history according to something? Oh, man. Yeah, that would be something. That'd be pretty cool. Injustice 2 DLC. Yes. Yeah, I had to look up something with that too. And I definitely remember that it was another comic book license, crossover license. And at the time, I don't remember if Nickelodeon had acquired them or not, but the Turtles was somebody else, and then they got bought out. Yeah. I actually have one Turtle comic book, and it is not through Nickelodeon or anything. It's their own thing. They're on like a giant sea turtle or something. It's crazy. It's like they're surfing on a giant sea turtle. It's like, man, it's interesting. Hasbro, yeah, probably. Yeah, I bet they did. That's it. K.I. had Rash from the Battletoads, yeah. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of cool things. A lot of very cool things. I would really like to see Akuma come back into Tekken. He did phenomenally. He was great in the storyline. He was very good for both games. There were Street Fighter players playing Tekken and Tekken players playing Street Fighter, and it all worked out really well. I think Terry and Mai are doing very well in Street Fighter 6. Terry's a technical character. He took a little bit more time to take off, but Mai, people picked her up right away. people picked her up right away. I think there are so many Mai players that there's going to be a lot of people hoping she's going to be in Street Fighter 7. I think we're at that point with Mai, that people like her so much that they're really going to hope there's going to be another collaboration. Oh, Street Fighter and Tekken characters in Injustice 3. Well, I'll tell you what. I think that there's a lot of possibilities that could happen where you never know. You never know. You never know what could happen. I think it could be a thing. Especially Injustice. Injustice is a little bit more forgiving. Injustice is a little bit more forgiving than MK. But, yeah, that'd be pretty cool to see. Street Fighter, Tekken, characters, yeah. Alright, everybody. Well, we are going to put on some Dead by Daylight real quick. My buddy KMK, he wants to get a 2 versus 8 in. We tried to get it last night, and we weren't able to. I ended up playing the nurse. So we are going to play 2 versus 8 and talk about Elena. And speaking about crossover, Street Fighter crossed over into the shooter game. It's like more of a children's shooter game. It's not Call of Duty. It's not Fortnite. It's... Oh, man. I don't remember the name. It's... Wait a minute, I got this. It's not Fortnite. It's... Man! Overwatch. I was like, I know it begins with an O. And I was like, I can't imagine what it is. And I'm like, and I kept thinking Call of Duty. I'm like, no, that's a C. It's Overwatch, yeah. So, the DLC mods look really good. The characters look very nice. They've been posting up the different outfits for the characters on Twitter. They look very, very, fantastic. They did a great job rendering them, Lots to look forward to with that. Yeah, and of course, Elena coming out on June 5th there. So, what's good stuff to look forward to? Oh, well, yeah, it still looks good. It still looks good. They did a good job with it. I think they did a good job. Yeah. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to switch it over for some Dead by Daylight real quick, and we're going to talk about those different things. I hope you guys had a wonderful time here with Elena. She's going to be coming through and playable for everybody on June 5th. June 5th is also when the Nintendo Switch 2 is accessible for everybody to get. So I hope you guys had a wonderful time with the gameplay Elena trailer, and we will see you guys soon.